Hello, I hope everyone is having a safe and healthy holiday season. I took a look back at Living Jazz over the year 2020 and found an interesting effect on the episodes as the world and our lives changed in a dramatic way. My friends Lavender Lance, Bitter Bryant, and Lance of a Certain Age hung tough. Mental Mustafa, on the other hand, needed some extra love and support. In the first episode of the year entitled Language, I was joined by Lance of a Certain Age. I was just saying that one of the ways I think of language in relation to music is that the cultural language that we share communicates to us, and how the spirituals gave us a way of expression that still rings through our music today. Surprisingly, he broke into song.
Yeah, spirituals. No, let me come in. Doors are fastened and the windows pinned. Keep your hand on that plow. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Keep your hand on that plow. Hold on. Yeah, that's like. Man, they ain't the same. Ain't the what? I'm not saying it's exactly. Yeah, whatever.
Later on in January, before we found ourselves in the current zero economy, at least for artists anyway, we talked about the gig economy. I was joined by Lavender Lance
Going to your gig?
and Bitter Bryant.
You have all these people with logos on their cars and food delivery bags talking about gig economy, making demands for higher wages and benefits.
Yeah, right?
Who needs higher wages? Who needs dental care? And retirement? You keep playing until you drop dead.
Yeah.
Of course, Bitter had his attitudes and opinions as expected. But Uber driver Lavender Lance
Oh, great. My first ride for the day.
inspired me to imagine a jazz ride-share app.
What's up, sir? Hey, all good? I thought it was supposed to be jazz, bro. Yo, I can't get no Kenny G up in this piece. You know what? Just pull over, please.
Oh, excuse me?
Just pull over.
Okay.
Bull.
Yo, where you going?
In early February, Bitter Bryant and I talked about the term and concept jazz police. Turns out he was Officer Bitter Bryant.
How you doing, Officer B?
I'm doing as well as can be expected.
Wow. Okay.
Just trying to be faithful to serve and protect the music lovers of America.
And of course, Bitter hates everything, issuing out charges of jazz crimes and misdemeanors.
Why is it always melody that suffers? It's either melody or the blues missing in action. And pick a time signature. Who can dance to that? You should be able to dance to this music. You need a slide rule and a calculator to dance to that.
Music is made to draw you in, make you listen and follow where it goes.
Anybody know how to dress for performance anymore? I've been in this business 45 years and I always play in a suit.
So what are the charges for this group, Officer B?
I write these guys up for failing to provide reasonable and singable melody, engaging in dangerous time signature activity, and indecent performance attire.
Wow, you're really strict.
Where did the blues go? Learn how to settle into a groove, kids. I'd sentence these guys to 6 months in solitary, force-fed with Count Basie recordings.
So what are the charges, Officer B?
Reckless and rapid tonal lane changing, failure to swing a melody, and unlawful vandalism of a Charlie Parker composition.
Man, you crazy. Okay, what are the charges, Officer B?
I'd charge these fellas with operating unauthorized electronic equipment over the jazz idiom, indecent performance attire, and the use of a lewd interlude.
Oh, good Lord.
Next episode, just as the first of many tours and performances were getting canceled, I nonetheless followed through with this video project. A sweet video. Not so much funny though. I didn't realize it at the time, but life would begin to get less and less funny. This was a sweet video about our kids growing up in a musical house.
Kaylin, introduce yourself and tell them what you do.
Well, hello. My name is Kaylin Bryant, and I am a musician. I play bass, I sing, I play cello.
That's it? Okay. All right, how long have you been playing bass?
I've been playing bass for about 5 years now.
5 years. When did you start playing cello?
I started playing cello when I was 7.
Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and I work in technical support for a wireless speaker company called Sonos.
What kind of music do you remember hearing growing up, being around your parents?
I remember hearing a lot of jazz, as well as some R&B that Mom would play, and then, classical here and there, some gospel as well.
Do you like the music that your parents were into?
I would say probably no. I think I started listening to pretty much everything except.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
The music that I heard, hearing so much music, really taught me to be really open-minded as I can. I work at a music program run by a writer, Mr. James McBride, and he frequently tells the parents that music is important. If your child can do music, your child can do anything, because it helps them develop the skills to practice and the skills of discipline and patience. And then you take that and you apply it to your everyday life. You don't have to be sitting at the piano to benefit from the discipline.
I would probably consider myself as having a very open mind when it comes to music. It's just purely experimental, and that if were to show you, or really almost anyone, they would look at me like I had 12 heads and ask, Jordan, how can you listen to this? That's the beauty of music, is that you can sort of explore really anything.
And by mid-March, we were in it. The dark days of the pandemic's pounce on the east and west coasts of America. Mental Mustafa, a pretty sensitive guy in the first place, was already having a hard time dealing with life. Things just seemed to get worse. But he found a way to decompress, for a while anyway.
Listen to some classic music and just breathe. Now do something that has nothing to do with your work. Just something you enjoy doing. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Oh.
Late March, deep in full lockdown, I was wondering how my friends were doing. real friends. Just to chat with some of my people. We spoke of our first thoughts and feelings of the virus outbreak, observations of what was going on in the neighborhood, the uncertainty, and what we were doing with this extra time at home.
The scariest thing is when you see the doctors are dying. You know, when people post, you know, it'd be like pictures, it'd be like 5 physicians. And those guys are all deceased from coronavirus. And it's like, man, that's really scary because those are the people that are taking care of us. You know?
Yeah.
Shows you how serious, you know, how virulent this thing is.
But with this thing, nobody knows when it's going to end.
Yeah, the not
And
knowing.
It's like everybody, I mean, nobody really knows anything. So you have the doomsayers that are saying, oh, it's going to be the worst thing ever. They suspect that. They don't know that. And then there's the other people who are like, oh, it's all a hoax. There's nothing there. That's just foolish.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was going to say. What are you doing with all this extra time?
Well, I mean, it just started for me. Like a lot of people said I moved to Carolina to play golf, and I wish that were true. I just never got to play.
Oh, really?
But now I'm going to get to play and practice. More importantly, practice, because there's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna hit balls, I'm gonna shed. I actually practice jazz, which I haven't done in years. You know,
What?
Practicing jazz is like practicing conversation, man. I mean, who goes home and looks in the mirror and practices like, okay, I'm gonna meet Lance. I'm gonna talk to Lance today, and I don't look in the mirror and say, so Lance, how's it going? I'm fine. How are you? So I don't know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
But I feel secure enough in the language that I can have a response based on the question. To me, that's where jazz is.
For me, what this has done for me personally, outside of Berkeley, I had recently invested in some equipment. And I was kind of slowly, you know, pulling out the mics and slowly, you know, I have like a 16 channel board that I got, you know, nice, but I've been very slow about it.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, that's been jump-started.
Yeah, I hear you.
Now I'm equipped to do actually what I bought this equipment to do, and that is I have a producer I've been working with in Detroit, and he's been asking me, man, can you put some drums on this? Can you do this for this? So now I can tell him yes. You know, I mean, what I'm gonna learn from this experience is gonna carry over.
Yeah, that's great.
So I've been doing quite a number of things. One thing is I try to stay organized every day. So what I have here in front of me are Post-it notes. And what I like to do is I like to put down exactly what I need to accomplish for the day, all in one thing.
Okay.
And just general things that would keep me busy during this time frame. You know, reading, practicing, producing videos, calling people, learning new skills, setting up the online lessons. So all these things are really helping me to organize my thoughts and be a little bit more practical.
So my schedule's pretty much, you know, saying everybody's here all the time. That's the only difference, you know, because Chase was going to classes and Barbara was going to work, you know, but everybody's here. All have dinner together, which I really like because we don't do that all the time. You know, and maybe play a game after, you know, play a Trivial Pursuit or Trouble. The rest of the time is, you know, with the instruments.
To some degree, you know, my daughter's here with me, so we've been spending a lot of time together. You know, I've been cooking. She's not a big fan of my cooking, but you know,
I saw that duet. That was sweet.
Oh yeah. Thank you, man.
Songwriting, singing. That's great.
Yeah, it was fun to do. I actually looked to do it again of that same composition, but produce it a little more because that was raw. You know, we kind of figured out some chords and some words and just put it down.
In mid-April, it was back to shenanigans when I imagined a jazz TV game show, Jazz Trivia. With Lance of a certain age and Bitter Bryant. Knew that wasn't going to end well. Hey y'all, welcome to our Jazz Trib show, where we ask our contestants, quarantined in their various abodes, questions having to do with jazz and jazz musicians. See if they real jazz musicians or if they just bullshit.
Hey! What did he just say?
From the category Contemporary Cats. In 1999, what saxophonist became the Mardi Gras Big Chief of Congo Square, following in his father's footsteps? Yeah, okay, wait. That would be, oh, of course. The answer is Donald Harrison. I went to school with him. I ain't asked you all that.
Hey, my finger was up for 15 minutes.
Look, I done told you how to play this here game. Ain't my fault if you hard-headed.
I am not stomping my hand down. What am I, a horse?
Final question from category Jazz History. Referring to the Herbie Hancock Reunion Band in 1976, what do the letters VSOP stand for? Yeah, that would be, hold on. Bitter.
It refers to the special VSOP blend of cognac.
Mm-hmm. Spoken like a true drunk. Wrong. It stands for Very Special One-Time Performance.
What? I challenge that.
Ain't no challenging. What kind of game you think this is?
Are you kidding me?
So that means I won. Oh my God, I never win anything. So what do I win? You win a deluxe pasta dinner at your next gig.
You mean to tell me I put up with this foolishness for nothing?
What you calling foolish? What else you had to do all day?
This whole thing is just some bullshit.
So this was all pointless. Pointless? I'll show you pointless. Man, I ain't got time for your attitude.
You are out of line, my friend.
Jazz music. This game sucks. You better carry your ass Scott out of here.
I take umbrage with your remarks, sir.
Umbrage? What the hell is that? I got your umbrage.
I don't know when this next game's gonna be, but I'm gonna get my deluxe pasta dinner. Let me go wash my hands.
We'll pick it back up next time with the May 2nd episode.
What's your name, please?
Quantel Jenkinson.
America's Got Jazz. Thanks for watching. Bright Moments.